And alright guys, what is going on? Welcome back to another video on the Self-Developed YouTube channel. I feel like I haven't made a video in a while. It's probably only been a few days, but I feel good, man. I feel like a new me. I feel like a new wave is coming with myself, with Self-Developed Army, you guys. I feel more connected to you guys than ever, and I feel we as just a tribe, like, bro, we're moving strong. Like, you know, a year ago, it was good. You know, don't get me wrong, but it was a little, there were holes I could fix, you understand, in myself and in the community, where now it just feels like an armored Titan. You guys ever seen Attack on Titan? Like, bro, that shit's pretty hard to break. I mean, even though Eren Yeager does kind of break it, it's definitely more solidified than it was before. I kind of view it as like the Trojan horse, with like all these individuals just an army ready to just attack, okay? Whether that was used for good or bad, you tell me. But with that said, let's get this video going. So guys, with that said, and again, hopefully you're having an amazing day. I'm a little tired, hence why I have actually an energy drink here, a low-key off the side, so if I look a little Asian, that's why. Anyways though, guys, with that, in today's video, I titled it, or damn well believe I titled it, How to Overcome Sexual Desire as a Man. Alright guys, and yes, as men, not as women, because this is targeted to men. I've had this video requested so many times, and I've been telling you guys I'm going to make it, so here we go. I've broken down, or am breaking down this video into 3 main parts, or 3 tips I'm going to give you guys to really just overcome lust, right? As you guys know, lust is one of the 7 deadly sins, and for a good reason, I would say it is the second, again, I'm kind of just making this up, but I would say it's the second most deadly out of the 7. You see, the first one, and this is legitimately how it is prophesized, is pride, right? And I've made it clear in different videos why that is so catastrophic. Pride will cut off your connection to God, period, because you become your own God, right? So, I mean, the other 6, it doesn't matter, man. If you don't have the connection to God, to universe, to just your higher self, mission, buddy, nothing else matters. But number 2, I believe right after that comes lust. Why? Because this is the second biggest demon, man. Like, lust I've made, I think it was my last video, if I remember, I'll link it up here. Or it was my semen retention benefit video, right? Superpower video. And the second thing I said was, you can walk the path, you understand? But inevitably, right? We have the connection to God, number 1, where we're meek, you understand? We're not prideful. We have the path illuminated, right? Very important. We can see where to go. But Jezebels along the path are going to pop up. Like, it's just going to happen. Like, you're playing Mario Brothers and the little, like, mushroom guys just come out of nowhere. Like, bro, it's unexpected and it's going to happen. Okay, this is lust. We are going to have these very provocative images and women and this and that. And again, guys, this is not about blaming women by any means. Like, I love women. Women are beautiful when ordered correctly. But, yeah, this demon of lust will hit us. And it will deter us from the path, right? I mean, guys, it's only half the battle knowing what your path is. The other half is what? Being able to walk it successfully. So, with that said, guys, how to overcome lust as a man. Let's break it down into these 3 tips. Step and tip number 1, to help you overcome lust. This is the obvious. Get on semen retention. Now, look, guys, the reason I have to put this number 1 is because I would argue, like, let's be real, probably 90 to 95% of you guys, you know, who are dealing with lust, you're not on retention. So, like, you know, that in and of itself, like, try that out first, okay? And the reason I say that is because once I got on retention, granted, this has been, like, I don't know, the 8th time I've gone on it now. I go on seasons, right? Bursts. Lust just, after a certain point, it eradicated. Now, I've made videos explaining why, so I'm not going to talk too much about it in here, but, like, look, the reason you need to get on retention and how retention overcomes or beats out lust is, think of it like this, right? If you guys are addicted to weed, right, or any drug, and you have it, man, I know they speak about this stuff in the Bible, right, walking back to your vomit. If you have it, even once a week, let's get very practical, even once a month, let's say you are, man, you're good, you're chilling, you know, no, I don't need drugs, I don't need alcohol, like, I'm good, I'm not dependent on it, right? I knew people very close to me who were very dependent on these drugs, vaping, weed, cigarettes, like, you know, I kind of grew up with that, right? Not myself, but I've seen people. Man, you can be good for 2-3 months, but you do it once. You go to a party and you hang around with, I don't know, a crowd that's not for you. You do it once, right? You walk back to your vomit. You've been delivered from it, right? But you walk back to your vomit. This is like a passage in the Bible. You're opening portals for demons to attack you, or essentially, you can completely relapse. And it's happened to me, it's happened to all of us. How many times, guys, have you been on the righteous path and just one thing happens and it just spirals you downwards and you're like, how the fuck? How can that happen from just this one little thing, right? So this is why I'm saying semen retention, because if you guys are still fapping, right, David, I only fap once a month. I'll get this many times, right? But David, look, not a big deal. I just fap once a month. Okay, I understand, and that's not bad. I get it. But you're still opening that potential portal. Do you understand? With many things in life, guys, I've come to realize that, I'll be honest with you, you guys got to go cold turkey. Like, let me put it this way. If you've struggled with it in the past. So I'll give you an example. Like, let's pretend this is alcohol. If I go to a party, I've never been an alcoholic. I've never struggled with it. If I go to an event, sure, I'll have a little drink here and there. Is alcohol great for you? No, it's not, but I'm just being honest. I'll have a drink, right? Now, what's something that I've struggled with in the past that I'm thinking of? Okay, we'll relate it to porn, or we'll relate it to masturbating, right? Like, there are certain things in your life as a man, guys, that it's going to be completely subjective and inherent just to you, that it is on a complete no category. There is no, yeah, I can do it once a month. Yeah, I can crack it open, I don't know, a few times a year. There are certain things in life, guys, that because you know yourself and your addictive personality towards that they are cut for good. This is why I'm putting semen retention on it, guys. I truly believe you cannot overcome lust if you are still walking back to your vomit even once a month. You can't, because it'll grab you, bro. Trust me. You think it won't, it'll grab you. It'll suck you down. You're literally opening portals for Satan, for your negative thoughts to drag you back. So that's number one. Please get on retention for at least 1, 2, 3 months, okay? So now number two, okay, the second tip. These are a bit more practical, day to day. You can literally apply it right now. This, guys, I'm actually going to give you a bunch of tips, but this is, you need to supersede your head down there with your head up here, or essentially use logic, story. Now, I've spoken about this beforehand, guys. I've alluded to it in videos. That's why, guys, all my videos go hand in hand. I pretty much give you guys the answers, but I just scatter it through many videos. So in this video, I'm kind of just like compiling it into one. As men, guys, the reason men are religious, right? The reason all religions were created by man for man. I don't know if you guys realize this. Like, the majority of the prophets were all men. Jesus, Muhammad, Moses, like, they're all men, and that's not a sexist thing. It's not because women are bad. No, there's a reason for this, guys. Men work in hierarchies, okay? Men work through a lineage. Men have gods above them. This is very important, right? Men have heads above them, right? And even think of the anatomy of the human body. Our literal head is above our penis, right? Now, in our society, we act like it's completely different, but there's a reason for that. There's a reason, guys, that we are the only species in this entire world, right, that is able to think logically, that is able to create skyscrapers. There will be so many like vegans and people like that. It's kind of a knock, but I'm just being honest, that will be like, we're all the same as animals. Animals have the exact same rights as us. And with all due respect, no, they don't. No, they don't. Do animals build skyscrapers? Do animals create videos? They have intellect. Are they able to barter? Do they create languages and societies and empires? Now, maybe in their own little kingdoms, sure, but we are the only species in this human civilization that has gotten us thus far. So no, animals don't have the same rights as us. I'm sorry to break it to you, but like, there's a pecking order, there's a totem pole, okay? And the reason for that as humans is because we have a neocortex. We can think logically. We're the only species in this entire world, right? Primates have a little bit of this. They have a little bit of a neocortex. They're the only animals that can more or less replicate us, and that's why so many movies are based off that, like Planet of the Apes. Like, it's a real thing, Apes and humans we're pretty close, right? What do we share? Like 98% of the same DNA? We're just more evolved. And the reason for that is because we can use this. We're the only animal that can use this, for the most part, maybe a bit of chimps, that can supersede down here. You see, no animal can do this. You think of a cow, you think of a dog, you think of a pig, right? That supposedly have the same rights as us. I'm sorry, they don't. They're cute, but they don't. They cannot use logic to supersede their genitalia. So if a dog sees, this is why I get upset too with owners that like some owners have like pit bulls and just very aggressive dogs, and they'll let them off leash and just be like, oh, I trust it. I'm sorry, dude. Dogs are still animals, and when they see a fucking raw piece of meat or a squirrel cross the street, that fucker's gonna run, and it's gonna get hit by a car, or it's gonna attack. Animals are not the same as humans. They cannot use to the same extent their logic to overrun their emotions. They don't know any better. So if a dog sees something and he wants to hump it, he's going to. If he sees a fire hydrant and he wants to pee on it, he's going to. He doesn't have the logic and intellect to know, okay, I can't do that because that neighbor doesn't allow that. We do that as humans. Where I'm going with this, because I know this video is extremely long, this is how I think, guys, and how I articulate. The second tip, right, on how to overcome lust is to use logic to override your genitalia. We're the only species that can do this, guys. This is why man is able to put off sexual desires, or really any desire for the greater good of humanity. Men can do this. Humans can do this, but men in particular. Men are the closest things to God. You have to understand this, guys. Like I said beforehand, there's a lineage to life. It goes God, man, woman, child. Women can do this, not to the same ability as men. Children can do this, not to the same ability as women. Do you understand? This is why there's a lineage. This is why there's a hierarchy. This is why men come first. And not in like who's going to get protected first. In fact, children get protected first. I mean, I'll be honest with you guys, it's actually all kind of backwards. But the reason men come first in the pecking order is because men, objectively speaking, will be able to serve the greater good of humanity more than women and children can. This is why men go to war. Like, there's reasons for this, guys, okay? You can get as political and sexist as you want and say, we're all the same. Animals and women and men, we're all the exact same. We're not. And if we were, we wouldn't be having this conversation. Like, why would there be different species? Why would there be different plants? Why would there be different buildings? Why would there be different energy drinks if it was all the same? There's a reason it's built fucking differently, okay? And at some point, you have to realize that. I'm not saying one is better, right? Is Rain better, or is Monster better, or is Rockstar Energy better? You tell me. They're going to have different ingredients, and they serve different purposes. I like this better, okay? I'm not saying this is better than that, but they serve different purposes. Stop believing that we're all the same. Okay, animals make great pets. Do they run civilizations? I sure as hell hope not. Okay? With that said, that's the second step, guys. You gotta be logical. You know, so many men, like I said, it's backwards nowadays, right? We think just with our dick, and this is what our society and government is shoving down your throat. Indulge, have fun, right? Look at fucking pop culture media, and I'm gonna give my next tip that kind of conjoined with this. It is just promiscuity, it's just sexualization, it's just women twerking, you go on TikTok, anything. It is feeding your mind to believe and teach you to only think down here. So this kind of brings me to the next tip, which is still tip number 2. Avoid the situation. You guys need to, and I say this to myself, I love this too, because in the Bible they speak of this, but this is just very practical advice. All right, and I know in Islam they speak of this too, right, guys? Abrahamic religions are very similar. Christianity and Islam is very similar. Yes, they have differences here and there, but like they're very similar, okay? So I just want to make that clear, because I know there's like wars of like, this is better. Guys, I view them as brother and sister. They're peanut butter and jam, right? They're just different parts of the world, slightly different times. They both speak of what? Lower your gaze. Why? What does that mean? When you are in the presence of women, right, where our dick is starting to act up, lower your gaze. Jesus speaks of that in the Bible. He literally says, like, pluck out your own eye if you're starting to commit sin. So if we're looking and fantasizing of these women, we're in these situations where, I don't know, girls are twerking on TikTok and, like, they're all these hoes dancing around. Number one, get the fuck out. Like, leave, lower your gaze, and just don't put yourself in those situations. This is so important. So many guys think like, not so many guys, but men will think like, oh, David, I don't need that. I won't commit adultery. Like, I have such self-control. Man, I wish that was the case, but we're still all sinners. We're still animals. Humans, men, we're the most evolved animal, but we're still animals. So this is the only like kind of right we have with pigs and shit, right? There is similarity, a little bit. As far as we still do have the lower parts of our brain that all the animals have. There are 3 parts of the brain. There's the reptile brain, the mammalian brain, and the paleomammalian brain. We're the only species that has all 3, right? Chimps, again, they slightly have the 3rd brain as well. All other animals don't. But what that means is we can still fall to our lower nature. What does that mean in the Bible, right? Men have lower nature. What does that mean practically? It means we still have our reptilian brain, which is fight, flight, fuck, food, okay? This is our fight or flight survival. Think of the chakras. There's 7 chakras, guys. There are many ways you can articulate this. Humans will slip. Like I said beforehand, men can, right? What do? We can go back to our own vomit, quote unquote, right? Right? We're sinners, man. This is just what happens, guys. So avoid these situations. Do not. The second I start to see like cheeks on Instagram, because look, I'm on social media. I do it for a living, right? It's inevitable. I need to use logic. I need to avoid the situation, and I need to tell myself that this is wrong. You need to brainwash yourself. This step 2 is probably the most, it's the most important when it comes to practicality. This is all neuroplasticity. And again, guys, I could talk about this for half an hour, so I'm not going to. I'll make many more videos. You guys are beginning to see how all my videos come in. They all tie together. It's like NoFap. You need to brainwash yourself. You need to, through neuroplasticity, create new brain waves, brain connections, to how you view these promiscuous women. When I see these promiscuous women, I see Satan. Like, no cap. Literally, I lose so much respect for them. I see Satan. I almost want to, like, spit on them. Like, this is fucking dirt. Like, you're using just your lower nature to subdue and to subvert man. How demonic is that? And I say it to men, too. If you guys are doing this to women, it goes both ways. Men do it in different ways, but this is manipulation. That is a very demonic tactic. It's kind of like when you're fighting, right? And you, like, do a low blow. Like, you're not supposed to do that, right? Granted, I don't fight in UFC, but I'm guessing you're not supposed to hit them in the nuts. Like, it's probably not too respectful, right? It's a low blow, and no one's gonna like you. In powerlifting, it's like you can't cheat. There's certain ethics and rules that you just cannot break. It's like doping, taking steroids in a natural federation. Can you do that? Some guys get away with it. I'll be honest. If you get found out, right, you're scum of the earth, man. Like, you're a loser. So, again, that's a huge rant, but I'm basically saying use your logic to brainwash and teach yourself, change the way you look at these promiscuous women, right? I'm not saying they're bad people, but they're using poor tactics, and we as men, we have to be aware of this, right? Because it's gonna happen, buddy, no matter where you go. I don't care how righteous and strong you are. These Jezebels, like, walking down the path, they'll pop up like little monsters, like, what's up, bitch? And you're like, whoa, I rebuke you, demon, leave. Like no cap, literally. You need to see past the flesh. This is why, again, I said tip number 1, get on retention. Because you begin to see past the flesh. You see their soul and you're like, nah, be gone. And step number 3, guys, on how to overcome lust or sexual desire. This is, and I know this video is long. Goodness, guys, that's why I'm debating. Do I make 2 videos a week or 3? Like, my videos are long, guys, so just real quick, please comment below. Again, to be honest, not that I really care. I'm going to do whatever God tells me to do. But, like, do you guys enjoy these longer videos? Like, do you want them shorter? Do you like when answer me this, okay? I think I know the answer, but, like, I'm curious. Do you guys like when I kind of go on rants and stuff like that? Or do you want me to just keep it, like, very, like, step 1, step 2, step 3? To me, it helps me when I go on these rants because it helps me articulate the point better. I don't know if you guys like that or not. Do you like these videos a bit longer? I'm not going to make everyone long, but anyways, let me know below, okay? And step number 3, guys, this is the spiritual tip. I always think of a spiritual tip, guys, because you have to. Look, okay? In life, guys, there are many avenues, okay? And I like to view myself, and I think the reason I strike so many chords with you guys is because I'm not tied to one thing. I'm not tied to just religion. I know there are a lot of Christians who, like, are so tied to that and they won't think of anything else. Personally, that's not me. I'm not tied to just biology. I'm not necessarily completely only science-based. Do you understand? Because, again, same thing. People who are atheist or ABCD, just, what does the science say? Again, all of these things can blind you. They can, if used incorrectly, right? I like to look at things in a multitude of ways. Psychologically, spiritually, religiously, biologically, in practical layman terms. And I believe that's how we move forward because they all tie together. So number 3, the 3rd tip on how to overcome lust, I want you to repent your sins to God. No cap. Guys, the second I really started getting further into Christianity, and really, I just began to get closer to God, right? Do you need to be a Christian? I'll be honest, no, I don't think you do. I would recommend it, especially if you already are in that denomination. Like if you were born a Christian, I would move into it. But you need to get close to God. How you choose to do that, that's up to you. I'm not going to tell you how to do that. Whatever religion, spirituality, philosophy, that's fine. Everything unfolds in its own time, but you need to repent your sins to God. And I'm just telling you from my experience, when I got closer to God through Christianity, I really started to view it more as like a practice instead of like, when I feel sad, like, hey, genie in the sky, can you help me out? It's like, no, I started to make it like a daily ritual of like, I need to be a religious man. Like, I need to strengthen my connection to God more than I was before. And the second that happened, right, I got on retention, this spurt of retention. It was right when my girlfriend left me about 4 months ago. And at the same time I got on retention, I started to go harder with Christianity or harder with religion or harder with my connection to God. Again, how you choose to do that, up to you. And I would be lying to you guys if I said I don't think that this has any correlation to this. Because I've been on retention many times in my life. Keep in mind, I was in a relationship for 5 years, but we would take many breaks, or I would go on sex fast, right? So for many months. And I still dealt with lust. I did, right? I kind of got okay at it, but like I still dealt with it. Where this time, I've spoken about this in videos, I truly do believe that, right, maybe this will sound a little silly to you guys, but I believe Maybe I repented. I don't know what I did. I think I just humbled myself. Like I said, the first of the 7 deadly sins is pride. I think I just really humbled myself, and I was like, God, I am fully your servant. Like I'm moving in. I'm moving in closer with you, dude. Okay? I'm not like lukewarm anymore. Like I'm like I want to grow closer with you. I think he bestowed a gift upon me, which was, again, I'm not saying I've completely overcome lust, guys. Like I look, Satan still gets me. I still get negative thoughts here and there, but it's like 98% eradicated. And I, as a human, I don't think I could do this by myself. So I give credit and grace to God. So I'm telling you, repent for your sins, right? Whatever that means to you, it just means humble yourself, right? Look, the reason pride is the first of the 7 deadly sins is because you are not your own God. Whatever religion you choose to believe in, practice philosophy, if, in my opinion, if you believe that you are your own God, you've already failed. As men, guys, there's a lineage, there's a hierarchy, right? And even if you're scientific, which is fine, you understand that nature is above you. Mother Nature. You are a mere human. Yes, you're powerful as an individual, but you are not enough. There is hierarchy above you. You have to know this. Universe, God, religion, up to you guys. I'm actually becoming a little bit more open-minded again when it comes to how you guys view God. I know I pushed Christianity pretty hard, and that's when I was really getting into it. Now I feel I'm at a point where, like, I'm sticking to it. I'm not converting somewhere else, but I gotta be open-minded and understand, guys, that, like, not everyone's gonna be into Christianity on this channel, and that's fine. This is not a Christian channel. I'm not Mark the Messenger. Like, if you're, like, a Muslim or you're just into spirituality, that's fine, dude. And the reason I say that is because everyone is in different parts of the world, everyone is following different paths, and everyone is at different phases in their path. A year ago, man, I was into spirituality, and it helped me tremendously, guys. Spirituality helped me for like the past 4 or 5 years of my life tremendously. So I can't knock that. I can't just say it's satanic or it's demonic. Can it have pitfalls? Yes, but everything can have pitfalls. So can Christianity when people misinterpret things. Like, we're all sinners. I need to make that clear. So anyways, that's kind of my take. You guys don't have to agree with me on this last point, but I'm just telling you what has genuinely helped me. So guys, that is it. I know this was a very long video. Again, I hope you guys enjoy these longer rants. Please let me know. Do you like them? Do you want me to just tighten this shit up? I like ranting, but you let me know. And yeah, follow these tips, guys. I know it will help you. And let me know again in the comments, what other tips do you guys have? Right, guys? We're building a community here, Self-Developed Army. I need to make this clear. I want to finish it here because this is what has really been dawning upon me. We are all at different phases in our life, and we all walk different paths in life. I want this community Self-Developed Army to encapsulate all of that, as long as you are following your righteous path and you're being objective with yourself. As long as you're doing that and you're genuinely trying to get better, and I mean it. I don't just mean like you're bullshitting it, like, but you're still being selfish and you only care about no. Like, you're genuinely following your God's path, your mission, right? Whatever that means to you, then you're welcome here. Whatever denomination that is, guys, I'll be honest at this point, I don't care. I don't care, and I'll be honest, I never cared. I never did. I never did. I'm very open to the idea that there are many walks of life, and that's fine. I don't think you're a bad person because you don't follow one exact doctrine. I'm just being honest. And there are rules that you should follow objectively as a man, but like, to what extent? Do you need to read this book or this book? Otherwise, you're going to hell. My opinion, as of right now, I don't think so. But again, I'm not saying I'm right. You guys can all disagree with me. That's fine. So anyways, guys, that is it. I hope you all enjoyed today's video. If you did, make sure to give it a thumbs up, comment, and subscribe. I'll finish it here, guys, with the final plugs. If you guys want to work with me on a personal level, you guys know the flex. Come join the team, guys. There is one-on-one coaching. Let's go. Spots are open. I would love to work with you guys, speaking more about this, right? At improving things like your fitness, business, mindset, spiritual health. You guys know the flex. Down below that, we have group coaching, guys, all right? I've made the workshop very affordable for every single man. The workshop, guys, is group coaching, like I said, over the entire month. So if you guys are interested, come and join our workshop. We are going live this Sunday very soon. People are signing up, and there's still a few spots available, guys. So if you want to work with me over the entire month of topics like this, plus fitness, business, entrepreneurship, women attraction, understanding relationships, guys, come and join the team. I really mean it. It's such a good bang for your buck, and if you're not satisfied, you guys get all your money back. And finally, guys, our cheapest option, if you're just beginning, is the course, all right? I would definitely recommend it. It will definitely get you on this righteous, virtuous path. Again, speaking of everything on fitness, nutrition, intermittent fasting, no fat, meditation, cold showers, increasing masculinity, finding your passions, turning it into a business. You guys know the flex, all right? So go download the free half-an-hour version if you want a teaser on that. But again, I'd really recommend this workshop because I got a good feeling about this one. So learn more about it down below. You guys can support Edge, coupon code Hammond. You guys know the flex. And we'll finish it there, guys. Thank you so much. Have an amazing day. I'll check you next video. Apply these tips, and I'll see you guys then. All right? Thanks so much. Till then, much love. Peace.